Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection for another Hot Toys 1/6 scale action figure unboxing and review. And in today's video I would like to show you Vision from the Marvel Studios Disney Plus TV show WandaVision. So as you can see, we are going to take a look on the box art itself, and it's really nice. And for those of you who likes to put your art boxes on your display, I think you will be really happy with this because you can see that we are going through the multiverse right here and through the Westview, so like I don't want to spoil it for you, for those of you who haven't seen the show yet, but I can absolutely tell you that WandaVision TV show is one of the best Marvel Studios TV shows so far. I really liked what I have seen there, and this is one of the TV shows which I would love to see again and to understand it a little bit more. And it can be very confusing for some people, but if you are able to read something about it, ideally every episode there is something to talk about, then you will be very happy to see all the references for old sitcoms which we don't know here in Czech Republic, so it was even more confusing for us, but I have read all the articles and I've catched most of the references, so in the end I really liked what I have seen. And it's on my top list of the Marvel TV shows of all time. So as you can see, we have this nice glossy effect right here in the middle, where we are able to see Paul Bettany as Vision, while here we have this some sort of roughed surface. So it's a different type of material. It's a nice effect, so it's really nice if you will touch it. And then on this side this is still roughed, while here it's once again glossy, so really cool. Here we have the credits, once again the logo, and then on the top you can see WandaVision and Vision. Down you can see once again the same thing. So I think that this review will be a little bit quicker than the ones which we have seen before, because there is not too many accessories, not much to talk about, but let's see. So if you will slide the cover from it, then what appears is Vision himself. So let's open this baby up and see what is on the inside. Alright, so first things first, when you will put the Vision out from the box, just make sure you will be very careful with that, because the cape is once again attached on the back of the plastic piece right there, so you have to slide it through some small hole, and if you will be very excited about it, you could potentially destroy the whole thing, so be careful when you will put this all out. But we will take a close look on Vision in just a second. But here, this is all the accessories which we have. So unfortunately, that's not much. So we have this typical hexagonal display for Vision. It says Vision, here it says WandaVision, which is fine. We can see the portal here once again, and this is I think his logo, like this is the stone which he has on his forehead. What I do like about this is that we have dynamic flight pole here, which looks very like you really have to apply some pressure if you want to use it. And we have this easy mechanism, so you don't have to click anything for the display case. You don't have to worry that you could potentially destroy these plastic pieces right here. And the top of it is a similar system, so that's cool. Then we have the bunch of hands. We have only 4 of them plus the 2 open hands on the figure, and yeah, they are really nice. You can see the details on it, so that's cool. But unfortunately, that's basically everything. So yeah, I would love to see more things here, but yeah, we have this piece right here. As you can see, it's quite big. So the choice of material, like this is plastic. So, and it has like 3D effect. This is cardboard. This part right here, right, and the end. It is once again like some sort of cardboard, but it almost looks like wood or something. So this is much more like harder. You cannot really destroy it as usually as like the displays which you will get together with, for example, Deadpool or Flash or Stan Lee from Guardians of Galaxy. Like those type of dioramas are nice, but they are like you can easily destroy them because it's just a simple cardboard piece. This looks better. And I really like the design, and he will look great in it, I'm sure, and I will show it to you in just a few seconds. But unfortunately, this is all the accessories that we have here, and I don't like it. So what I would like to see here would be, for example, the Paul Bettany head sculpt in his civil form, of course, because I would like to see the actor himself together with his like normal hands. I also would like to see here of course the comic book style of outfit, the red, let's say green and yellow suit which he had in the Halloween episode and in most of the comics. We already have the figure which has this design, the same with the Scarlet Witch, but you know, I don't really want to buy the same figure 2 times just to have the 2 different outfits if it's not really necessary, because I can still imagine that he could wear it on himself, and we could also get a suit here because he's going to work, as you know, in the show. So he's wearing a classic typical suit, and I can still imagine himself to have this as accessories, and that you could potentially slide it on his superhero outfit, and then you could pose him like some sort of Superman, where he's trying to open his shirt and see what is on the inside, that he has superhero suit, you know, something like that, or at least something to his hand which he can hold. But unfortunately that's not the case here. So that's really bad that you have only the figure itself. And you can also see here that regarding the instructions, the only thing that it says to you is the fact that the cape has bendable wire for styling right here. Then it says that these parts are not detachable, so you should not try to put it out somewhere. And here it says to you that you should not bend the figure because you could deform the body. And here it says what you already know, I think, which is that you should not really move with the hands or arms and legs, otherwise it can be damaged. You should be careful with posing the figure, and you should not expose this to the direct sunlight for a long time, because it can also get damaged. So yeah, that's it. So as you can see, you cannot do really much with this figure, and that's the whole point of this video, because if you like Vision and if you would like to play with him, then you are very limited. So once again, we have here the figure which is more about museum pose, and it is almost like a statue, not the action figure, which makes me a little bit sad. Like, I'm not saying that I would need very dynamic poses with Vision, like he don't have to, you know, crouch or something. He don't have to do the Spider-Man poses, but at least something, like, come on. So if you would like to know, like, what is who is like brothers and sisters of this figure, so to me, if I will compare him with the rest of my collection, I would say that there are some similarities between him and Mysterio, especially with the cape, and also with the Superman, because the type of outfit that he wears is very similar. I think it's a little bit different type of material. It's not as flexible as on Superman. I'm talking about the Man of Steel version. But yeah, so let's take a close look. So first of all, we have to talk about the head sculpt, because that is absolutely outstanding. This is Paul Bettany through and through. Like, this is once again, like, not 10 out of 10, I would say 9 out of 10, because the likeness is really there from every angle. There is no doubt about it, but what I am missing here is the fact that the stone is kind of dark, so it, like, I don't even want them to put some batteries in his head and to light it up, because I think it would look weird, and the battery would die soon. But at least they should give us like some brighter yellow color on the stone, so that it would look like that it's shining, because, you know, like, it's the most important thing on him, right? So it should be more visible, I think. But the rest of the face, like the eyes, nose, mouth, like, everything is correct from my point of view, so I really like it. What can be also bad about this figure is the fact that if you want him to look, for example, here or anywhere else, then the neck stays as it is, and as he has this color scheme on his neck, then it looks strange, because obviously you would love him to go through, like, with this whole neck. So there is not much we can do. So in the most like, if you want him to be as more accurate as possible, then he should look straight at you. Then we have this plastic armor piece right here. So as you have seen in the instructions, you should be very careful not to like, do something bad about it. And I would love to talk a little bit more about his outfit, because the material, it is a little bit stretchy. It's not permanently attached on it, but it's still very like it's not as stretchy as I would like. It's not as how it was, for example, on the Superman. But Superman is an older figure, and maybe that in time he will become more flexible than he is right now. So I can imagine that the posability of this figure will be better in time. But what we have to talk about is the body, because as you can see, it is very padded on the inside, and we can see the six-pack. We can see how big chest he has, and I think, like, first of all, it looks really cool. I like it really much, but on the other hand, I think that he looks even more beefier than the real Paul Bettany. So I'm not sure like what they have done for the show, and I haven't seen Paul Bettany topless. So yeah, maybe he is that beefy. Like, I'm not as big fan as I potentially should be. But yeah, I think that the musculature is probably a little bit bigger than it should be, but on the other hand, it looks very heroic, and it's one of the best things about this figure, because that looks really cool. The next thing I would like to talk about is the fact that you have here the I don't know how I would call it in English, like these lines. So that's one thing, and second thing is the fact that how the color scheme looks, how it is blue, how it is purple, and all these little dots on the design of the figure. Like, this looks really amazing. It's similar to, for example, Spider-Man figures. So I like it really much. The stiffing right here doesn't look as good. So yeah, they should try something better. But yeah, whatever. We have the cape here, so no one really cares, right? So that's the design of the whole suit, and then we have the plastic armor pieces right here with this glossy red or wine effect. So this looks really cool. So for me, like the suit itself, the color scheme, the paint application, like the way how this figure looks is amazing. What I am missing here are a lack of other choice of outfits and accessories, and the posability. And we also have to talk about the cape, because this is, as you know, wired here, but the rest of it, like, I have no idea what type of material is this. It is similar to Mysterio. It's not anything like what we have seen on, for example, Dark Knight Rises or Man of Steel. It's closer to Mysterio's cape, but I think it's still a little bit different material than what Mysterio has, and this one looks like a little bit what's the right word for it? Like, it's not as natural as I would like, and once again, like the outfit looks great, and it looks shiny and gold, and everything is nice, but if you will touch it, like the material is not natural. It's something strange. I don't know. And also the way how it's attached to the figure, like, as you can see, very simple design, and once again, it looks a little bit weird. So you have to pose it carefully, but the wires are only here, so there is not much what you can do with the rest of it. So yeah, I know a lot of people are hating this. I don't have with such a big issue with that, but yeah, it is what it is. So let's talk about the posability. So as you know, the head can do almost anything on it, but the neck, you cannot really move with the neck. So if you want him to look down, this is the best what you can get. Regarding the hands, like you can push them if you want to somewhere around here, and it is similar as with the Man of Steel, as I said, because you always have to move with the suit on his hand if you want him to do something, to not damage the suit, and to like you have to pose the suit together with him. So this is what you can get. We have double band in the elbows, butterfly joint here, but once again, like there is a big joint and big ball there, so careful with that. We have this hole right here, so that's not as cool as I would like, but I can live with that. And regular 1/6 scale joint. Over here, as you know, we should not bend it, and you can already see how it's how I am damaging it. So yeah, that's the maximum that you can get. If you want him to bend on the other hand, on the other side, this is what you can get. So pretty much nothing. With the legs, you can go up to about here, and you can already see the creasing here, so that's not cool. If you want like this, yeah, that's basically the maximum. Once again, not much. We have double bend on the knees, that's cool. And unfortunately we don't have split cut boot design here, although that it looks that it could be a split cut boot design. It's not, so it's yeah, you cannot really move it. That's bad. And that's it. So that's what you can get for your money. So yeah, let's try some posing. Alright, so first things first, if we will attach him on the pole, you can already see that his head is above the display, so it's not ideal. They should have done this still a little bit bigger, but then probably the rest of the art box should have to be bigger as well. But yeah, if you want to attach him on the end of the dynamic pole, then this is what you can get. You can potentially bend the stand a little bit and put him probably a little bit lower, but if you want him flying and get the maximum out of him, that's what you can get. Also, you can see that if you want him in this pose, then this is more or less the maximum that you can get from his arms. So it's not ideal. It should have been more stretchy, but yeah, that's what we have here. Like, I'm not sure how much he is close to the Age of Ultron vision, because I have never owned the figure before, but as far as I know, it's very similar. Probably the biggest difference is the fact that you don't have the like this display. But you can check other reviews to see how he looks. But despite this fact, you will still have a better chance to get this figure over the older one, because it's, as far as I know, sold out. So that's one pose. So the next thing we have here is the walking pose, and as you can see, based on the fact that there is no split cut boot design, he is not really able to stand on his own. So yeah, this is the pose what I was trying to achieve, where he looks a little bit menacing, but yeah, I have to cheat a little bit and put the pole here just to let him rest and put the weight on the pole, because otherwise he would fall down. So this is not what you can achieve with him, unfortunately. But if you will be a little bit more like if you will have good ideas and you will cheat a little bit, then maybe you can get something better. And yes, I have been talking about Mysterio, so here we have him. I still don't have Scarlet Witch from WandaVision, but I pre-ordered this, so if you want to see him together with Scarlet Witch, you will be able to do that once I will receive her and shoot the video of review of her. Then I will definitely put them together. But if you wanted to compare him at least with Mysterio, like I know that they haven't met in the movies, of course, but I think that they still have like similar design. If you will look closely, like we still have green, we have purple, we have gold, and I think that they would be a good duo together, don't you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And yes, so like if I would have to compare them together, then I would say that Mysterio is a better figure than Vision. But yeah, as I said in the intro, I liked the WandaVision show, and I like the design of the suit and like the way how they will look together in their own shelf. If they will be in for example my D12, then if I will put just him and Scarlet Witch together, I think it will look great. But they just don't match much with the others. But we will see what we will get in the future. We already know that the Vision TV series is in the development right now, so most likely we will see the White Vision there. So yeah, well, let's see what they will give us. I doubt that we would be able to see only White Vision the whole time. I think that we will still see Paul Bettany himself and maybe even in this suit. So let's see what we can get. So it will, like the value of the figure could go potentially slightly higher, but maybe they will try to milk it once again and give us like their version of Vision from the new Vision show. Like, yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, I said that this review will be shorter than usual, and as you can see, it's not. So I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. Is it a must-have? I don't think so. There are still some better figures on the market, but the likeness is there, and if you will accept the fact that it's more once again like a statue, then you can still enjoy it very much. So let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and bell notification icon so you're notified once the, for example, Scarlet Vision review will be here. So thank you guys, and let's see each other once again in the next video.